How's everyone doing? This is Pyric here, and it is a very beautiful Sunday evening, and it's really freaking hot out. But it is the final day of the final qualifier for Worlds. Now, not going for top 10, just didn't put that kind of time into it, but still trying to make top 100 here, making a final push. Tried pretty much everything out this weekend. Tried some 3-star demotion. Started off with Weevil, but the meta is just super all over the place since it's just all of King of Games. And I was using the Balanced Handless deck from about Friday night till about early this morning, but it's really easy to lose games with that if you're not super paying attention, which I'm guilty of. So I ended up just pulling up Harpies, and I really don't like playing Harpies, but I pulled it up, and I'm like, I haven't played this deck all weekend. Let's give it a shot. And surprisingly, it's been doing extremely well. So to get into my specific choices of my version of Harpies, I'm running 3 to names as the best, generic big 4-star dude. 3 Sonic Ducks, the 2 Vanillas, the 1 Harpy number 1, all of that's pretty normal. I am running the 1 of Birdface, and I'm also running a 1 4-star Ladybug. The 4-star Ladybug's pretty solid in the mirror, as well as in a bunch of random matchups. It helps your Weevil matchup a fair bit by turning off Whistle, assuming you don't draw it. Also, 4-star Ladybug is exceptionally good against Handless. It kills all but Gaia, so you can really blow him out pretty solidly with 4-star Bug if you see it in that matchup. I found that out by playing Handless and getting blown out by many 4-star Bugs. Caveat that down into this Mirror Wall down here. It's trying out Metal Morph, but trying out Mirror Wall now, and Mirror Wall is exceptional against 3-star motion and Handless. Handless doesn't have a really good way of dealing with Mirror Wall without really getting blown out by it. Just by since your protection is usually somewhere around the neighborhood of like Econs or Storm and a number of things, and well, these magic drains over here kind of answer Storm. I don't really like running 3 orders to charge. It gets kind of clunky, so you get a little bit of the mix between orders and Wild Tornado. And Wild Tornado's nice and flexible. It helps out in the mirror match. You'd be surprised how many of my Harpies opponents, when I set only Wild Tornado, actually blow up my Wild Tornado. Don't ever do that. It helps a lot against Handless as well. It acts as a actual way to use a Harpy to kill a person without losing my own Harpy to order to charge, which is very nice. This helps a lot against Weevils by being able to kill Masks and kill Burning Lands. Also, similarly, if you run into against Taya Burn, Wild Tornado can kill their Burning Lands as well. The Magic Drains are just my replacement for D-Gate. I have D-Gates, I just don't like them. I feel they're more cute than good. Magic Drain has a lot of applications, especially considering this field is really, really wide open. Since you don't get paired up against people of similar rank. So you fight all sorts of stuff, and Magic Drain is great against Relinquished, it's great against Handless, it's great against other Harpies decks, it's great against Weevil, and it's just been an all-star. Econ's pretty self-explanatory, the card's pretty amazing. Again, order to charge, you need to be able to kill stuff, particularly stuff that's bigger than your stuff. The trick with order and Econ are just both using them at the right point in time and using them to their maximum efficiency is quite difficult. So, for the most part, not a whole lot of spice going on here. It's Vanilla Harpies. Everybody's pretty familiar with Vanilla Harpies at this point in time. So let's get into the games, and hopefully I can secure my spot in the top 100. I am really close here at rank 119. Couple wins will get me there, so let's get into some games and see how it goes. Man, these are some intense ranked duels. And the first match up is Taya. And we're going second. So this isn't looking super good. Duel standby. They're on 20 cards. Very solid chance this is burn. Oh, and I got the 4 monster opener. It's not getting much better. Well, all things considered, that wasn't a great start for them. Alright, so let's get these out of my hand. To lessen the damage that Restructor is going to do to me. Okay, Goblin Thief's fine. Now, the question I gotta ask myself here is, do I take 500 damage off this Burning Land to nug him for an extra 500? The answer is no. I'm pretty sure he's just dead, because he's about to get 3,600. Fantastic. And that's why I don't play Theoburn, because sometimes you just get your opponents down a fair bit, and then you lose. Let's see what's coming up next. Alright, Paradox Brothers. Most likely 3-star emotion, and we're going second, which isn't very good for that matchup. But alright, well, it's not balance. And they aren't on restart, so it's probably 3-star demo. Depending on what version of 3-star demo, that might be fine for us. Interesting. Okay, so double face down implies that these are both Champions Vigilances. We're going to try the one here on the left. Ooh. Alright, so Solemn Wishes, that implies that it's probably not a Dark Magician deck. Might be wrong. Alright, yeah, okay, so Econ Solemn Wishes, this is probably Effect 3-star demo. Unless my opponent's doing something really, really funky.
my opponent is on effect, 3-star demo, I think that's good for me. This doesn't really matter, but I don't feel like getting my econ locked down. I may live to regret this. We'll find out. Alright, so they are 3-star demo. Joan. Alright. So the best thing for me here would probably be a vanilla Harpy. So I have options. I can try to kill this Sergeant Electro and then dome my opponent for 2800, but doming my opponent for 2800 doesn't win the game here. It does, however, shut them off from doing other things. So let's see what happens. See what my opponent's got. Ryoku Field. Alright. I did not see that one coming. Okay. So right now I'm looking to draw either a Harpy or an Orders to deal with this stupid thing. And hope that this doesn't happen. Yeah, we're dead. Oh well. There was probably some point or two in the game I could have played that differently. Could have not blown that econ. So I think if I didn't blow that econ, I could have I could have still probably killed that Electro, and then they wouldn't have been able to answer both of the econs. Maybe. Well, let's gear up for this Harpy Mirror. Alright, so this is not a fantastic hand for a Harpy Mirror. But we're going to set this bird face down and hope my opponent kills it. Step 1. Now I have some interesting options here. I could kill both of my opponent's back row, or I could try to hit both of these fields. Hitting both of the fields makes this magic drain better, but I'm gonna go for hitting both of the back row. Thank you very much. Now I don't have to take damage. Nice. Okay, so that ate a mirror wall and an econ. Not going to set this magic drain though. just in case my opponent has a Harpy of their own. They do not. Alright, so I'm going to take 1800 off this do names, unfortunately, though. Ooh, orders is a good one. Okay, so going to play my own Sonic Duck here. Hopefully I can kill their do names. I'm going to put the orders in the middle. Some amount of mind games playing about where you set stuff. Some people will go to set their most powerful spell first. Some people will intentionally not set the spell that they want first there, so we'll see. Let's see what my opponent's up to. Interesting. So I have an option here. The problem is his effect goes off in damage step. So I'm just going to do this and get this Sonic Duck off the field because it's bigger than everything. I could eventually outclass it with this two names, but okay, that enemy controller is incredibly clutch. So I'm going to play my Harpy number 1, and I'm going to blow up both field spells. I have Econ, I have Magic Drain, I would do names in my hand, so I'm in a good position to capitalize off of actually having back row. I'm going to set my Econ, and I'm just going to go ahead and kill this thing. Harpy number 1 is fine. That Ego, on the other hand, is not fine. Fantastic. So my opponent probably has a monster back in their hand. Alright, so Econ Lady, so I don't die. Fan-freaking-tastic. I got a backup Econ. Kill this lady number 1. Alright, and now I have new names, which is bigger than anything that's in my opponent's deck. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to pull this trick. Okay, so my opponent does have the Kribo. My opponent is about to be really upset because they're dead. Fantastic. If you're worried about checking for a Kuribo and you have enemy controller, set it to on. Kuribo only works in declared. Enemy controller works after declared before you go to damage. So that's why you do that. 104. Need to get like 2 good wins in a row. We're up against a Mako. They're probably not actual Mako. I'm assuming that they're running balance. Since Mako naturally gets balanced, you see a lot of that. Ooh, it's Mythic Depths. So that means this is probably a Hammer Shark deck. Well, 4-star Ladybug isn't the worst thing I could be doing. Because if they jam a Hammer Shark or something, it'll die. Alright, there's the Hammer Shark. Alright, Blue Breaker. So, probably going to pop my field spell. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot Hammer Shark reduces his own damn level. That's unfortunate. I'll let the 4-star book die. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. So this is going to be a tough one. Let's see what I can eke out. Alright, don't really care about a Yomi ship. I think I'm just going to take the 2900. Alright, Sonic Duck. Okay. So, I have an idea. I'm going to attempt to trade my Econ and Sonic Duck for his Hammer Shark and Yomi ship. This could go badly for me. That's fine. So your Hammer Shark's still gonna die. Oh. Half shot, indestructible. Can't die. Oh well, I'm an idiot. Not the first time. Very dead now, though. Biggest problem with grinding like hundreds of games over a weekend, you start making really, really, really poor decisions. Now, in the end, me sacking his Hammer Shark to Econ to kill it wouldn't have changed that game since he top decked the Needlefish, but I still should have done it. Bandit Keith, huh? So, probably balance or restart, so it's probably like a GK's deck. Or maybe handless. Alright, so it's not restart, it's not balance. So that's interesting. Let's rock this face down bird face and pass the turn. Play bird face down, it's got 1800 defense. They won't know what's up. You kind of don't care if it dies. Yeah, him starting electroing my drain kind of sucks. Alright, well, let's see what his back row is. Hopefully it's not Mirror Wall. Alright, well, once he toggled off, it's probably not Mirror Wall, it's probably like Sec Orb or something. Ramming him with bird face just in case, because it doesn't matter. If he dies, I still get a card. Okay. Let's flip my toggles back on, but right now I have Orders, Econ, and Magic Drain, so I'm pretty well protected against virtually everything. Alright, it's Victory Viper. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if you don't see balance, you don't see... I'm going to let the Power Capsule go. If you don't see balance, you don't see restart. Victory Viper has been popping up a lot. Alright, I'm going to try to drain the 7 completed. They run a lot of spells in Victory Viper, though, so this might get negated. Ooh. That's a good sign. Oh man, he's not going to be happy about that. So here's what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to Orders his Victory Viper here. I could Econ to negate the Ryoku as well. This might be, oh, it's not even Rare Metalmorph. That's fantastic. I got another Drain, which is pretty good. I might have, like, Econ or something to save him, but we'll find out. Sec Orb, okay. I'm fine with all of that. Alright, so I still have Econ and a Magic Drain back, so we're looking pretty good. Alright, so we have a Lord British Starfighter. I pretty much couldn't have asked for a better draw, because I get to pop your back row. If this is a security orb, kinda sucks. It's Econ, okay. That's fine, because we're going to drain it. My opponent doesn't have anything to stop me with what's going on here, so we can just go for the kill. And my opponent has proceeded to disconnect and defeat. Come on, one more win. The competition of this tournament's been really interesting. The grind's pretty grueling, though. I would much rather prefer if we were facing people of similar rank instead of just everyone who hit King of Games. Because somebody with 8,000 points is not going to be the same as somebody with like 40, 60, 100. Alright, going first, let's see what these Paradox Brothers are up to. Alright, well the Paradox Brothers are not balanced, they're not restart. So, we're probably looking at some 3-star demo. Got a Harpy number 1 and an Econ, so it's not awful. Alright, it's a Dark Magician. Dark Magic Attack. That's rude. This is actually one reason why it's iffy about setting cards against this deck. Now I'm in an awkward position. He set 2 back row cards. That's pretty much implying that they're Champions Vigilances. So this is a really bad position for me. Because I can play this Harpy Lady number 1, only gets him to 1900 attack, doesn't really do anything. This gets me to my highest attack, but that's still not very high. I think I'm just in chump blocker mode right now. So I think I'm going to play this Sonic Duck and pass. Econing that does not, it kind of telegraphs that this wasn't 4-star bug, but not necessarily. So Promissory Berry is pretty bad for us because now I can't econ steal for the win. And this is still pretty bad. Okay, that is either like the dumbest of dumb luck, because Legion Fiend Jester doesn't kill much in my deck. It doesn't kill any of the Harpies, it doesn't kill Birdface. This drain is far too late. So I could play face up. I could try to kill this thing. I could try to bait a Champion's Vigilance. Because he might think that I have orders or econ. But this also does, that would also feed him into another Dark Magician, which I'd just be dead to. I don't have a lot of good options here. I think I'm going to throw away this face down and see what happens. Oh, well, I was dead anyways. Makes life simpler. This doesn't really do anything. Oh, now it does real nothing. That's great. When 3-star Dark Magician works, it is very difficult to beat.
Ooh, they were low level. Ow, that hurt. That really hurt. I do like how the point win loss is based on the ranks. That helps a little bit, but you also don't get the points for the win streaks on this. The whole setup of how they did points and ranks and how we're all fighting is I'm not horribly fond of in this qualifier. I liked the way they did the Kaiba Cup much better. Harpies Hunting Ground Mirror. My opponent has 22 cards in deck. Interesting. Wow, this hand is awful. At least I'm going first. Hopefully my opponent takes my Wild Tornado Bait. My opponent took my Wild Tornado Bait. Interesting, they didn't pop any of the field spells. A Harpy off the top would be fantastic. New names will work. I could try setting something here. Well, I could set an Econ. Econ's pretty guilt-free set right now. And my opponent has a Kribo. Kribo does have some merit in the mirror because you don't have to worry about setting it like I have to with this Econ. Nice, nice. Okay. So my opponent had enough of my memeing them the first time. So I'm getting egoed. So here I think my Dunames is going to die anyways. So this stops both their attacks instead of just one of them. Well, either way works, really. Well, 4-star bug isn't nothing. So they've already blown 2 Harpies and an Ego. They're not vanilla Harpies, though. Because vanilla Harpies wouldn't be playing all of those. So they're probably not running orders. Harpy number 2 being dead is really good for this 4-star Ladybug. I'm really hoping my opponent plays another 4-star, like Dunames or a Ninja Dude. Face down, interesting. Don't exactly have to do this here. It actually might be like really bad to do that. Just to save myself 2,000 life, it probably wasn't worth it. Alright, so they had a 4-star bug. See, now if I would have taken that 2,000 damage, I could have kept the Sonic Duck on the board. Keeping the Sonic Duck on the board would have been quite valuable. I'm probably going to draw something here and get punished for that bad decision. Oh. So now I'm locked into a position of if this is something that actually matters and they flip it up, So I kind of feel like I have to kill it, unfortunately. But this loop is not going to win me the game. My best hope here is my opponent plays something stupid. No? Okay. Well, let's hope they don't draw a monster again. Because I could just put this in chump, but that's not going to win me this game. There we go. Okay. Alright, something good. That's not very good. I'm gonna try this one. That one's been sitting on the field the longest. Divine Wrath. That doesn't even do anything. Oh, that sucks for me so bad. that does actual, like, my ladybug's gone. That doesn't do anything. Okay, Birdface isn't bad. I still have my Harpy Lady #1 left in my deck, so Birdface does something. I just have to hope my opponent bricks on drawing a monster again. Getting out of this battle is not going to be easy. My opponent didn't brick. That's bad. My opponent's an idiot, though, and didn't even activate it on my face down. Okay. I could grab the #1, because the #1's bigger. It'd allow me to walk over that Electro, but then it also pumps that, which is really bad for me. Unless I specifically draw enemy controller. I don't remember how many enemy controllers I got. I'll try Harpy #1, since I already have the normal for orders if I draw orders. Well, I drew orders, so... So now I can play this face up. If my opponent has Mirror Wall, setting this is... Well, if my opponent has Mirror Wall, I'm just screwed. And they had Mirror Wall, okay. Well, that's enough of that match. Well, we hung in there for a real long time. And me holding on to that Sonic Duck for forever did actually matter. It would have been a lot better if I would have drawn enemy controller there instead of orders, unfortunately, but... And we're sliding back down. Oh, that was, man, those last two losses cost me 2,600 points. One of the biggest problems playing something like Harpies or Handless, both decks, there's a lot of your losses are going to be due to your own mistakes. And it's really hard to get all of the edges out of your deck possible. Oh, this is terrible. Losing coin flips is absolutely miserable against this deck. Fantastic. Alright, so this Harpy Lady number 1 is going to kill this Wild Tornado. Or Vanilla Harpy Lady. My bad. And then I'm going to kill your Dark Magician. Gonna set Magic Drain. I'm gonna orders right now. I think. Just in case my opponent would draw something that would make me regret doing that. Hopefully my opponent doesn't draw something that makes me regret doing that. Well, they hit another girl. Not the end of the world. Enemy controller would be fantastic here. That's not enemy controller. Jump blocking. I need to draw one of my 3 enemy controllers or Mirror Wall really bad. And that's probably Champion's Vigilance. Well, drawing both my Magic Drains is super freaking miserable. Now my opponent still doesn't have anything. Oh, that's tilting. So I can blow this Mirror Wall to stay alive. I'm assuming this face down the Legion Fiend Jester. Eliminating the League. Ah. Didn't matter. Alright, super dead. I was right, it was a Legion Fiend Jester. Oh, 2 Legion Fiend Jesters. Yeah, this is how this weekend's been going. Do real good, get a good win streak going, and then you just lose 3 and slide back down. Alright, it's a Mako. Are you Balanced Mako or Mythic Mako? Let's find out. Balance, okay. So he's probably on handless. And I got my 4-star bug, so that's really, really good for me. Don't want to play my enemy controller. I think I'm going to lead on 4-star bug. Not going to play the enemy controller because there's a really good shot he's going to Storm. If I had one of my Magic Dreams to protect myself from Storm, I would play them, but I don't. Alright, so that's probably a face-down Flash Assassin.
He probably had a really bad hand. 2 cards from Flash Assassin means he's a 1200. This is really risky because if either one of these are Wild Tornado and I hit it, I'm in big trouble. Alright, that's not too bad. I could play things, but I think it's still better to just chill. Him not playing stuff, I mean, he's probably got another monster in his hand. Oh, it's clowns. Balance clowns. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I hope he really attacks this. Oh, that's fantastic. So this is probably another clown then. This is still risky because one of these could be like security orb. Yeah. Alright, so since he's clowns, and I haven't seen anything to show that he's going to be running storm stuff. Mirror Wall and Econ aren't particularly good against clowns. Ironically, this would win a time to draw 2 magic drains. He seems like an incredibly defensive version of clowns. Oh, he does have Flash Ass. And Guardian Statue. Yeah, Guardian Statue is a 4-star. Would have been great for my Ladybug. Alright, so this isn't a great position for me, because if this is some sort of thing that stops me from killing this, I'm in trouble. I don't care about the Flash Assassin, because I have multiple ways of killing that thing. Okay, so I got 2 cards in hand. He'll only be at 1200 if I Econ steal it. And if I Econ steal it, I'll be giving it back to him, which is really bad. Downside, though, he's just going to do the flip trick on this thing and return it to my hand. So I could play defensively or I could play offensively here. I think I'm going to try the Econ trick. Because regardless of what I do, like, this Sonic Duck's pretty much dead to me. Oh, don't accidentally end your turn like an idiot. Alright, so now I'm forced into a bad position of I have to pop this mirror wall, period, to just not die. That's really bad for me. Actually, I think I'm just dead. This is not, but a very good showing for Harpies. I think I played you earlier. Alright, well, let's try it one more and see if I can go out on a high note, because this has been pretty bad. Alright, Joey Wheeler, so I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of last gamble deck. Going first. Alright, this hand is pretty bad. I think I'm going to do face up Sonic Duck, set my enemy controller, and pass. And hopefully he doesn't storm me and blow me out. I'm gonna set this to on just in case he goes to Kaiba Man me. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, Mirror Wall's a good one. So, double Costin, does that mean you're running Red Eyes or something? Alright, well I'm getting no reactions from him, so Security Orb? No, not Security Orb. Oh, Michizer. Didn't expect Michizer. Interesting. Orders here is fantastic. Now, if that card is like enemy controller, then this is really bad. Alright, it's not enemy controller. It's another Michizer. Okay. Just casually 3-for-2ing myself, that's fine. Oh, that's real bad. Alright, so he didn't hit the 25%er. I'm really not sure what my opponent's on. I'm starting to think my opponent's on luck on your side and not last gamble, though. Because if he's playing the double Costins, he's probably got Barrel Dragon in his deck. Now that I think about it, because he's got Twin Barrel, he's got double Costins, so he's probably got actual factual big Barrel Dragon in his deck. Alright, well, Mirror Wall wouldn't have saved me there. I really need to draw new names. That's not it. Alright. I'll play it face down because why not? Interesting set there. My opponent didn't want to try to go for lethal. Got a feeling that's probably like a 4-star bug or something on. I'm going to swing at it, and I'm going to hope it's not a 4-star bug. Okay, it wasn't a 4-star bug. That's fine. Oh, this couldn't have been any better for me. That was a really bad move by my opponent. Since Yomi ship procs in damage step, he could have just rammed my Harpy, and then I couldn't have done anything about it. Fantastic. So he's a pretty far way off from luck on your side, because you have to be really, really low health. Okay, second to names is pretty good. So since I can't kill them here, I'm just going to swing with one. There was a slight delay. I don't know. He might have Karibo. Hopefully I draw another monster. If I draw another monster here, I can actually go for the kill. Oh, it is last gamble. Oh, that's so bad for me. Because I could have put him to 100 LP, and he wouldn't have been able to use last gamble. Because if you're at 100 LP, you can't use last gamble. Interesting. We have a new possible strategy here, because my opponent only has 3 cards in deck. So I don't have to live for very long anymore. If this is 4-star bug, I wait till his turn. He can just flip it up on his own, so that's really bad for me regardless. I'm hoping it's a Yomi ship. It's a Yomi ship. Fantastic. I have this feeling they have a Karibo. I might just be crazy. Drawing a Sonic Duck here would be fantastic. That's not Sonic Duck. Alright, I'll set it just in case. The only thing I've seen is Twister and... Oh no, he's had econs. How many econs? All 3 of his econs are gone. We've seen 2 super berries. Fantastic. So if he's chumping with double Koskins, that's a really good sign for me. We did it. Well, at least I was able to break my losing streak. And at that, we're going to call it for this. I'm still probably going to keep going with Harpies. Harpies has been doing pretty well with me. Even though this string of 4 losses is not horribly evident. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that, because a lot of those games didn't go pretty well. I kind of felt like I could have done a few things different, but that's Harpies. you have a fair amount of play with the deck. The deck's reasonably consistent, but your stuff doesn't always quite line up right for the right matchup. And you're not doing the most powerful thing around, so you can easily get overpowered by the big guys like Dark Magician or Barrel Dragons or Jones, etc. But in a very wide open field where your overall win weight really matters, Harpies is still a pretty good choice. So thank you everybody, and hopefully you check out more of my videos later.